For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amanda, Ashley's sister. I read somewhere that the perfect maid of honor speech should last as long as it takes for the groom to make love. So, ladies and gentlemen, please raise a glass to the happy couple. When Ashley first asked me to be in her wedding, I was so happy. As the big day approached, I was asked to give a speech and a toast. I fall into the deathly afraid of public speaking category, so I obviously tried to think of ways to get out of it. But have you ever tried to say no to Ashley and succeeded? So all of us in the wedding party actually have prepared something special for you and Kelly, Ash. An interpretive dance that we're actually going to perform now. We all know Ashley would actually die if we tried to dance up there. You would kill us. So in all seriousness, I'm so happy to be here with you both. Only Ashley would meet a Canadian in Mexico and marry him, eh? Good one. Sorry about that. Growing up, I would steal all of Ashley's clothes, and she used to make me actually pay her to let me hang out with her. Not much has changed, to be honest. I still steal her clothes, and now she asks me to hang out, but I usually do still pay for it the next day with a hangover. If you don't understand how a woman could both love her sister dearly and want to wring her neck at the same time, then you are probably an only child. Ash and Kelly, I've set the ground rules for your marriage. Kelly won't try to run her life, and he also won't try to attempt to run his own life either. Basically, as long as you're following the Bills every away game, Ash will be happy. I was thinking about the role that Ashley plays in all of our lives. Is she not the best friend, daughter, niece, cousin, neighbor, sister, aunt, bartender, Bills fan that any of us has ever met? Is she not? Now I'm picturing her take all of that energy to her marriage with Kelly, and she will be one tremendous wife. Kelly, do you not feel like the luckiest man in the world? It's now time where I'm supposed to officially welcome Kelly into our family, but the truth is you've been a part of the family since the day we met you. Go Bills. Cheers.
Hello. My name is Natalie. Great crowd, huh? Good. All right. Don't step away from me, please. For all of you who do not know me, that seems like a you problem. Again, I'm Natalie. I met Ashley back in 2009. Oh, God. Working with her at Try It Distributing. We had one of those friendships where it immediately clicked, and we both knew we would be in each other's lives. Even though my gut was telling me to run away, because she would ruin my life, I decided to stay because at the end of the day, I knew I could equally ruin her life too. I think I can speak for many of us here calling Dop our best friend because that's just who she is, and that's what brought us all here today. And if you don't know, Jesus, I'm shaking, sorry. And if you don't know, Dop is the yes person, the it factor, the I'm going to pre-check a folding table into baggage claim and ship it to my bachelorette party type of person. She's the life of the party, the go-to person to get something done, and the phone call away if you just need somebody to talk to. Oh boy. Sorry, the pages are stuck together. We're back. So, a little over 5 years ago, a few of us here decided to go to Seattle on a girls' trip for a Bills away game. Table back there. And after we conquered another city, decided, hey, let's just go to Cabo for the rest of the week and have some fun in the sun. We met a lovely group of Canadians in the adult pool that we ended up spending the rest of our time with, which for the most was very life-changing. That's when Kelly and Ashley first met, and I saw a connection immediately. Between Dop's presence of slinging beers, showing off her skills with the infamous Dop flop into the pool, and just having that personality for everyone to gravitate towards. Then mix in Kelly, your lovely attire of short shorts, wearing fake mullets, and doing splits. All of a sudden, I had this strange realization that just came over me. Oh my God, there's two of them. That vacation 5 years ago was one for the books because it truly was the start of the MacDopps. I'm so proud to have you both in my life and honored to stand up with you today. Let's raise our glasses and cheers to happy couple.
First of all, I'd like to say let's give Bonito an applause for the Minister's Speech of the Year. Another one for how goddamn gorgeous Ashley looks tonight. And one more for this sexy-ass groomsman right here. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Hayden Rintol. I'm Kelly's emergency call-up best man. Like any emergency call-up player, I'm just extremely happy to be here. Extremely nervous as well. Kelly has played many roles in my life, one of them being a classmate where we used to go to the toilet stalls during shop class. He would do the splits on top of them and proceeded to define the meaning of dropping the Cosbys off at the pool. I really wish TikTok existed back then. Yeah, you guys thought you seen Kelly do the splits before, but no. We have been teammates where yet again I was called up, having been a year younger, and he was again doing the splits, standing on his head, saving every fucking puck that came his way. He was always the first in the shower with his dick tucked between his legs, doing the mangina. We have spent the better part of every stampede together to the point where I was zoned out, staring at the words insufficient funds on the ATM, And Kelly still had the fucking balls to say to me, "It means you're out of money, Hayden." Like I didn't know what it meant. But I was just trying to devise a plan how to make it through the next 4 days because we were only on day 6. He's the only friend that my parents would still like after passing out buck naked on my parents' couch in the living room, only to have my mom toss a blanket over you before she headed off to work. You've worked with my dad, who always greets you before me every time, whenever we headed over to their place or to the golf course. To be honest with you guys, I could stand up here for hours telling more stupid and embarrassing stories that probably really aren't that funny to anyone else but us, but thank you, everyone, for laughing at them. But Kelly told me to keep it short and sweet. To boil it down, Kelly, I've always appreciated my time spent with you. We're always just enjoying life, being goofballs, having fun, and laughing without a worry in the world. You're the kind of friend that no matter how long time passes until we see each other, it's as if we've never been apart, and I very appreciate that much about our relationship. It was easy to see growing up that Kelly was going to need a special girl in his life. I'm shaking so much. I'm so nervous. It was easy to see growing up that Kelly was going to need a special girl in his life. To be honest, I wasn't quite sure that girl ever existed until I met Ashley. She's basically Kelly, but knows a whole lot more about sports and how to work a crowd better than he does. Ashley's not only understanding of Kelly's needs to be the center of attention, she's always right there with him. Sorry, Kel, but the splits only get you so far, pal. I would love to say thank you to Ashley and everyone here from Buffalo for taking care of my boy and appreciating everything he has to offer. It's very easy to see the love that you guys have for each other, the way you look at Kelly when he's doing the splits, in shorts, on rocks, after you slam me on a table. Or the way he looks at you, Ashley, while you're up on the stripper pole for the whole entire song. At the end of the day, I'd love to sit up here and roast the both of you, but I really appreciate just how much you guys simply enjoy hanging out with each other. You two are happiest when you're with each other. And I'm just really glad the beauty from New York and the absolute beast from Canada decided to book a trip to the Rio and Cabo and met each other. I've always cherished our times together, Kelly, and they are now a whole lot fucking better with you around, Ashley. I love the both of you. Cheers to the bride and groom.
It's always been an honor to be Kelly's first choice as best man. And being the only one out of the original 2 to actually make it here, I think that does in fact make me the best man. Before I get into it, if there is any side bets going around for me to spill a drink tonight or ruin this very lightly colored wedding outfit, I'd probably hammer it because that's the lock of the night. I'd like to thank Kelly and Ashley for making all of us spend a couple $1,000s in the middle of a global pandemic to come all the way down here to Mexico to watch you guys get married. I always thought that having a destination wedding was a great way to thin out a guest list. Like, invite people that you really didn't want to be there, and they'll probably say no because it costs too much money. But damn, we took out Canada, and now this is just a Buffalo wedding, really, with that. I've known Kelly for about half my life, and I quickly learned that he was a real funny guy, extremely hardworking and money conscious, and really fucking weird. I think the combo of being a goalie and an only child really helped amplify that. We used to go to high school parties and parties just out of high school, and Kelly was famously known for driving to the party, parking his truck at the party, partying, and then waking up at the crack of dawn before everybody else and clean the entire house of cans and bottles to take with him and make it in time for his 8 a.m. shift at Burnco. I would reap the benefits of this money-conscious, hardworking attitude and pick up on a couple things as well when I moved into his brand new, fully furnished, 3-bedroom house at the tender age of 23. That house was a well-oiled machine of productivity and parties. Traditions were quickly formed, and it wasn't long before we were using the money from our own cans and bottles for house essentials such as toilet paper and ketchup. And that eventually evolved into charging everybody a little bit extra for the party bus or keg, or just a flat-out cover charge to come over and party to pay for the cleaning lady the next day. We always worked smarter, not harder. Again, I can tell stories for hours about the times we had in that house, but I think the majority of us already know that every story always entails the splits, short shorts, pit vipers, tank tops, and constant, desperate efforts throughout the night to be the life of the party. And just to be clear, I am still talking about Kelly and not Ashley. Kelly and I did do some traveling together, a couple trips to Boston to watch the best team in the history of baseball play. Go Sox. A couple extended weekend trips for hockey games, but never really any big trips. I was swept up in backpacking trips across Europe and Asia every year, and Kelly always had Mexico. Every year. With this mysterious crew that I'd never met before that was only known as the Mexico crew. I always heard great stories about these guys and knew why Kelly went and partied with them all the time. But then there was this one Mexico trip that changed everything. He came home from that trip and told me about this girl from New York. I was half paying attention to his stories like, yeah, Kel, sweet, another girl from Mexico. Like, I haven't heard this before. He kept going on and on, though. And there was a lot of cute, nonstop texting continued between the two. And then, boom, she's coming to visit to Calgary. Our house got a lot louder that week. And I think that with Kelly's work schedule, me and Ashley ended up spending more time together than Kelly and Ashley did. After she left, I had to do my due diligence as roommate and best friend and vibe check him on the situation. Things like, Kelly, you know, she is a lot older. She lives on the East Coast. This isn't really your usual fling that you keep until the next time you go to Mexico. This could be pretty serious before you know it. After a couple late night deliberations, I finally said, all right, Kel, you look me right in the eye right now and tell me that she is the one and you're in it all the way and I'll support you guys to the end. And that is exactly what he did. And shortly after that, I had a new roommate. Ash, despite having to circle back to a few local breweries and pubs in Calgary to apologize for my loud New York friend, which they were all surprisingly understanding when all I had to say was, sorry, she's from New York. She doesn't really know how things work here. You are the most honest, unfiltered, well-connected person I know. You can dish and take a joke with the best of them, and those are just a few of the traits that you use to be the most amazing person in anyone's lives that you're a part of. And I love you for all of that. Kelly has found and fell in love with a truly better, prettier version of himself. I have never seen him happier in his life than when he's with you, and I look forward to a lifetime of laughs, chirps, and hangovers with you guys. One last thing before I wrap it up. For all of us Canadians that weren't here, we decided that we needed to bring a little more of Canada to Mexico. So Kelly, this is a jersey signed with all your friends, and just a little reminder that the name on the front of the jersey is a hell of a lot more important than the name on the back. Cheers to Kelly and Ashley.